lift our hearts and minds in joy as we share this time together. Through the Spirit, the power of the Christ within. Amen.
My day with love, when I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love, when I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, 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 love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I am choose love. Love, love, love. I am choosing love. Love, when I start my day with peace, I start my day with peace. I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I choose peace, peace, peace. I choose peace, peace, peace. I feel it, peace, 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 peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I choose joy, joy, joy. I feel it, joy, joy, joy. Everything is joy, joy, joy. I'm choosing joy, joy, joy. With love, when I start my day, with peace, I start my day with joy and feel that sweet release. Start my day with love, I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love, I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy and I feel that sweet release. Oh. You can do that or you want me to? Unity is a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus and the power of prayer. Unity honors the universal truths in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path.
We believe every person is an expression of God and our thoughts have creative power. Inspired by Spirit, Unity of the Hills fosters unconditional love and acceptance by diversity and creating an environment that encourages people to love one another and grow together. I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear. I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear. Teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. That's the song I hear.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
The topic for the daily word is fearless. In the past, I may have hidden my inner light, afraid to be myself. I may have tried to please others by conforming to someone else's idea of who I should be. I may have shrunk from an aspiration, fearing that I would fail in pursuit of my goal. I may have doubted the divine perfection at the core of my spiritual self, identifying with my perceived flaws and feeling small and inadequate. Today I make a new choice. I choose to live fearlessly, drawing upon my faith to believe in myself, my imagination to envision my best life, and my understanding to know my divinity. Bold and brave, I am fearless as I live my life authentically, pursue my dreams, and express my divine nature. From Deuteronomy, it's written, "Be strong and bold, have no fear or dread, because it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you." And let's say together our affirmation. I am fearless as I live authentically.
Which song are we doing?
Moving on, and I have the first line.
I need her to give me some.
Get her a tablet there. Beautiful song about a guy that can't find forgiveness.
Yes.
I hope not. Maybe I should
Got the
stay
first
back here
8
just in
bars
case it
ready.
starts getting.
I've dealt with my ghosts and I've faced all my demons. Finally content with the past I regret. I've found my fine strength in your moments of weakness. For once I'm at peace with myself. I've been burdened with blame, trapped in the past for too long. I'm moving on. I found strength in your moments of weakness. I'm at peace with myself. It's different, but they mean me no harm. They'll never allow me to change. But I never dreamed home would end up where I don't belong. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. At last I can see life has been patiently waiting for me, and I know there's no guarantee, but I'm not alone. There comes a time in everyone's life when all you can see are the years passing by, and I have made up my mind that those days are gone. I sold what I could and packed what I couldn't. Stopped to fill up on the way out of town. I love like I should, but live like I shouldn't. I had to lose everything to find out. Maybe forgiveness will find us somewhere down the road.
And now, our friend Marcia is going to come and share with us a talk today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. Hi, everybody. Hi, Zoom. Welcome, welcome. This was a nice, cool morning. It would have been nice to sleep in. So, anyway, welcome and glad you're here. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to our audiovisual department who makes things run smoothly and even if it's an ongoing process. And we have 2 additional apprentices, and we appreciate that. And thank you to the music department that warms my heart and brings joy to all of us when we start.
Most important of all, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, Labish.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar, of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
That's the topic of my lesson today. Some things that I'm learning, a lesson I thought I learned and turned out to be it's an ongoing process. And I am a process. So I don't know if any of you have somebody that could be labeled a czar in your life. In keeping with unity principles, I realized that there were people in my life that I had a little bit of difficulty with. And I don't know if any of you have run across somebody like that. That just, well, I'll proceed. So in line with unity principles, I found that number 4 and number 5 really hit home when I'm working with this ongoing learning process. It says prayer and meditation keep us aligned with the one great power in the universe. Oh, okay. Well, I'm coming to that. Just leave that. Prayer and meditation keep us aligned with the one great power in the universe. And so through prayer, I'm trying to put myself in alignment. Now, the process is getting there. And I believe in the unity principles, and I believe in this truth, but I tell you, it can be so dang hard. We have a custom in our home of saying grace at night, and we would usually hold hands. I couldn't find a picture, but this is the closest one. And after doing our thank yous, we would end, and God bless our family. Well, our son, who was about that age, decided to add a little bit to our regular prayer. And out of the lull of bless our family came especially family we love. Now, this crops up over and over. I have when I said a czar, I will refer to my people as stinkers. And there have been 2 in my life. And the reason I say stinker is because have that next slide, please. No, you missed one. Before coffee. Okay, you fix it. Anyway, I've had 2. And I'm talking about the process of learning to pray for one. I mean, the first one. The second one hadn't shown up yet. And I knew that I needed to do something. This person I had contact with, frequent contact with, he'll show a meter that, okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. Whenever I thought of this person, because they were mean, cruel, and abusive, physically abusive, I had a hard time. I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of frustration. I had a lot of anger at me because I couldn't set boundaries, because I didn't feel safe. And why was I feeling like a victim? Because that just didn't sit well with me. And I could feel all this anger. And I have those swear words because that's how I started out thinking of them. I needed to move away from that. I needed to go toward neutral, because that anger was disturbing me. It was bothering my body. It was bothering my life. It was how I interacted with those nearest and dearest. And so I knew that I had to move beyond that. And so I'm saying, okay, God, okay, Spirit, help me. Help me with this. And I suddenly thought of, is there a blessing for the czar? And for me, that was my first step, because it was praying for them, but keep them far away from me until I can move closer. Because right then, I couldn't move closer. And that I needed strength. Well, this was, next slide, please. Okay, I had an aha moment. I was working toward neutral, and then remember that little comment about praying especially for family we love? Okay. Well, I'm helping with the prayer vigil, and I realize that when I make my prayer list, I'm only putting down the people I love. And I said, okay, Marcia, what happened to the czar's prayer? What happened to, stinker number one? By the time I'm working on the vigil this year, it's been 10 years, 11 years for stinker number one. I had an aha moment this morning. Stinker number two came into my life within a year after I was resolving stinker number one. Obviously, I wasn't learning my lesson as well as I thought I was. And so I realized that thank goodness for the World Day of Prayer and being on prayer vigil. And I revised my list before the 24 hours was over with. So shifting my perspective helped. And by shifting I realized I had to shift my feelings and how I dealt with the two stinkers, because the next slide explains it all. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept stupid people the way they are, courage to maintain my self-control, and wisdom to know that if I act on it, I will go to jail. Also, because punching people is frowned upon. And so, as much as those true feelings have, I won't deny it, kind of tried to creep up on me, I realized that that wasn't the solution. Another thing, next slide. Another thing that I realized is that when I use the word stinker, that showed progress. I mean, it doesn't To some people it might not, but to me it was, because I was moving out of the anger. I was showing that I was learning, and that I too could be victorious. And like Daily Word said today, I am fearless as I live authentically. And if I can remember the scripture from today, even when I backslide a little bit, that to be strong and bold and have no fear or dread. These people can't hurt me. They can't, their words can't hurt me. Their actions can't hurt me. Because the Lord, our God, goes with us, each of us, and will not fail. You will not fail me. So, next slide. I'd like to keep reminding, these words spoke to me by Mother Teresa. I used to believe that prayer changes things, but now I know that prayer changes us, and we change things. There's another one. Forgiveness doesn't excuse their behavior. Forgiveness prevents their behavior from destroying your heart. And it was definitely affecting me and mine. And so when it begins to affect how you live, how you breathe, how you interact with others, your dearest and nearest, that's when I said, enough is enough. And the source for healing wasn't coming from the outside, from suggestions from dear friends who gave me Taekwondo moves for self-preservation. I realized that it had to come from the prayer, and I had to initiate it. Okay. Next slide. You will know that forgiveness has begun when you recall those who hurt you and you feel the power to wish them well. It took me many years, many. We're talking, well, that may date me. No. But some of you have been through this process with me. And remember when I was struggling. And so I have renewed my efforts with stinker number 2, to not take as long in helping me resolve how I feel in changing the red zone to victory, and even bypassing neutral, if I can. So I just want to assure you that I continue to pray, and God grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, the courage to change the one I can, and the wisdom to know it's me. One last thing, one last slide. Okay, this is what I have shared in what I'm doing on my ups and downs in learning, but it may not be for everyone. I asked God for a bike, but I knew God doesn't work that way, so I stole a bike and asked for forgiveness. So with that, I wanted to share with you and say, each of us has to learn our own lesson. And each time I come and speak, I share a little bit of more of what I've been through. Maybe it will help you. I don't know. But definitely starting with the rabbi's prayer for the czar was my first step. So thank you. I appreciate you. And now we're going to, I'm going to give meditation today. And I'd like you to just sit back and close your eyes and take a deep breath. And if there are any stinkers in your life, just breathe that out. Just breathe deeply and slowly. Here is a Great Spirit prayer I'd like to share. O Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me. I need your strength and wisdom. Help me remain calm and strong in the face of all that comes toward me. Help me find compassion without empathy overwhelming me. I seek strength, not to be greater than my brother, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes. So when life fades, as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. Now take a deep breath and slowly come back. Thank you.
It ain't necessarily so. Ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable, reading the Bible, ain't necessarily so. Little David was small, but oh my. Little David was small, but oh my. He fought big Goliath, who lay down and died. But little David was small, but oh my. Now Jonah, he lives in a well. Oh, Jonah lives in a well. He made his home in the fish's abdomen. Oh, Jonah, he lived in the well. Moses was found in a stream. Little Moses was found in the stream. He floated on water to old Pharaoh's daughter. She fished him, she said, from the stream. Ain't necessarily so. Ain't necessarily so. They tell all your children to snap for 7. Ain't necessarily so. Sabba-doo-bum, sabba-doo-doo. Yeah, now Methuselah lived 900 years. Methuselah lived 900 years. But who calls that living when no gal will give in to a man what's lived 900 years? I'm preaching this sermon to show ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you. This is Louis Armstrong. I'll be back there. Oh, yeah. That hurt. That hurt.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present wherever you are. If you're Zooming this, for the gift that our own truth and our capacity to release things that do not serve us and to embrace those things that do. And we are blessed with our financial needs, and we give thanks for that, and just celebrate all that we have. I don't know about you, but I needing my group, needing the experience of our class, and just being connected. It's a strange time in which we live, and I think it's a good time to embrace all that we're blessed with, and most of all one another, and then take that blessing and realize that there are others through the week we're going to encounter that need the same thing, and we can extend love, compassion, support, just being present and at peace with someone is a big deal these days. So we are abundantly blessed. Let's see. Where's my little sheet? Because this is our first Sunday of the month. Anybody have a celebration of birthday or anniversary? Or I do. I have a birthday coming up. Yeah, I'm not.
Did we spank you?
Well, I don't know. We
I'll get aboard.
we probably ought to talk about that later.
Get the cat o' nine tails.
Uh-oh.
What day, buddy?
10. Yeah. I don't even know what day this is. This the 4th? Okay. It's coming up then. All right. Well, I'm glad I have a birthday, you know.
Better than the alternative, right?
When you stop having it, we'll
It
stop
is.
singing to you. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear buddy. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. 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 Put another wrinkle on your birthday suit, your birthday suit. Just kidding.
All right. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, I am. Have a wonderful week.